All right, good morning, cyber traders. How's everybody doing this one? A little windy over here in New York. And yourself, how's everybody doing over there on this lovely Tuesday? Good to see you all. Good morning. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Welcome back, Facebook, cyber traders. All right. So anyway, what a bloodbath we're going on right now. We're down about 300 points. I told you, not feeling too comfortable with what's going on with the market lately. And you know what? Now you had this big little accident that happened over the weekend regarding about the Colonial Pipeline, and all of a sudden gas is going to start going up. Everything's going up. We saw a lot of oil stocks doing pretty well yesterday. We did pretty good in a couple of stocks. So let me tell you, I always say this all the time. Catastrophes obviously make for opportunities. Been a lot of great shorts. I'm looking at my watch list. I don't have not one thing that is green, not even a penny. I mean, not down there's nothing spectacular, but nothing up that's going on out there. So be a little concerned. More and more news is starting to come out. I don't know if everybody's heard about the job reports last week. They were expecting that we were supposed to get 900,000 people. We had 250,000. That is almost 800,000 short of what they're saying it's supposed to be. So, you know what? No better place, safer place to sit there and trade on news like that than being in a cyber group room. That's all I could tell you. So we'll see how that all works out, because we're seeing it starting to affect a little bit. But I'm not seeing the market really going crazy right now. We got some more earnings announcements coming out, but we'll see what's going to happen with certain news that comes out with the pipeline and the new policy and all this other good stuff. But there were a couple of good stocks that we traded yesterday. I want to bring up one of the really big winners that we had right here, that a lot of you guys traded. I know some of you were not here, or maybe you're joining us for the first time. But going into the afternoon, this stock was just off the charts. The only bad thing had happened, it really made its big move right after the afternoon meeting was over. You could see the stock ran from 340, did not even stop, did a couple of shakes, ran all the way from 340 all the way to 680. And then obviously it was just trading in a range right here. Resistance at 660, support at $6. It got pretty tedious around that time, and then obviously the last hour did a nice little last 30 minutes, which we always talk about, did its last push on that trade. So that was pretty much the best one out of them all. Overall, it was Monday. I don't think it was that very impressive, after seeing what was going on with the Dow and everything else. But that pipeline is I don't know if you guys keep up with current events, but this is your job as a trader here at Cyber Trade University. You have to follow politics. You got to follow corporate America. You got to follow what's going on in the world, okay? Because to be everybody's like, wow, that sounds like a lot. Let me explain something to you. You might not like what people talk about, or you might love it, but at the end of the day, you're in the middle, you're a trader, and it could affect everything that you do to be successful, what you're doing. And it's not only just being a professional trader, it's also going to affect, your long-term investments, your swing trading, everything else. Because I want to talk about some other stocks that, that are moving, and before that are moving, but I want to talk about some of these things that what we specifically try to teach you at Cyber Trade University is that going into the low of the day, here we have a stock like AEI. If you look at the long-term chart on this stock, the stock literally was starting from $10. It ended up closing lower lows, and all of a sudden you wake up one morning and you think, maybe I should have sold it yesterday at 8. Oh, maybe I should have sold it yesterday at 7. Oh, maybe I sold it 6, and now what are you going to do? You're going to sell it at 3 now? Okay, I don't know. It might be a good price at 3. Because you woke up this morning, yesterday it was at 650, now it's at 3. How much lower could this stock go? I don't know. 0? That could happen, by the way, okay? And another stock it did the same exact thing. FLNT, another one. Stock, goes up from 7, 5. You wake up the next morning, oh, damn, it's at 5 now. What do I do? I could have got out yesterday at 7. Yeah, now it's almost at 2. You know what I mean? A month later. So, the bad thing about being a day trader is that sometimes we're just too conservative, meaning we just we don't trust anything. You know what I mean? Remember what we teach you in class, the 30-second rule, the 3 strike out your rule. You know what I mean? All those things, if you look at your journals where you were taught, you'll see like, wow, it does actually make sense. You know what I mean? So remember, the trend is your friend. You don't want to buck the trend. I think there was one more too that took a big hit too. Yeah, this one right here, another big one right here. VUZI. I mean, listen, doesn't matter what the symbol is, but they all trade the same. $32 up. Started going down, started 26, 20. Damn, now we're all the way down to 11. What do? I don't know. I mean, it was a $4 stock at one point. Okay. Now, let's talk about some of the, let's talk about, like, oh, I get people complain all the time. Oh, those stocks are too cheap. I don't trade cheap. Okay, let's go check out Tesla. Let's see how that story's working out for you. Okay. Tesla, same thing. Look at this. You want to trade an expensive stock? All right, go trade expensive stock. Okay, so here you got a stock. Yesterday it was at 666. Oh, ugly number. I don't even want to look at that number. 666. So anyway, goes from 665. It closed all the way down to 625. Look where it is now, 580. I mean, the stock literally broke a very major support levels right around here, around 600. Okay, is it at, yeah, like, I mean, this stock could probably go down and test maybe 540s. I mean, the real support level here is at 450. All right. So, Tesla and also NIO was the same thing. Same thing. Trended the same type of trend. All these electric cars. I don't know why the electric cars are taking a big hit though. I don't know. Has it really have something to do with the oil? What's going on with the Colonial Pipeline? But I want to check that out. But anyway. Not being very negative, I'm trying to be on the flip side, be very, very positive, because to be a good trader, you have to be aware of your surroundings. And you got to be very careful what's going on in the market, because next thing you know, you're down $2 in a stock, you're down $1, you're down 50 cents. Next thing you know, you wake up the next morning, you're down like, how all of a sudden the stock dropped down 50%? And let me tell you, we've done this very, very well. Just talk about some of our swing trades. Chewy is one of them. Chewy was at 112. Look where it is now, down in 60s, down 50%. Blink, another one, $60 stock. Now it's in the 20s. What else that we had yesterday? DraftKings, we got out of that one. $70 stock. We did great on that. Look, it's down to 40. Almost every single stock that we traded is down literally 50% from its highs of its move. And I mean, Riot down to 25. I mean, all these stocks are taking massive hits. I mean, I don't know if I can keep going. TLRY. I mean, just every one of these stocks, I was making money. I averaged up. I actually lost money on some of them, but like I probably lost maybe like 10%. If I still had them right now, it would be down 50% on those trades. That's what's a good part about being a day trader. All right, we don't make a lot, but we don't have to make it very successful. All right, so anyway, let's go through the watch list, because there are a couple of stocks that are moving we might want to keep an eye on. First of all, I'm going to look to go short, okay? Listen, I know a lot of people are scared about short. How could you be so scared to go short when people trade options? Shorting is like, it's like the easiest thing to do compared to trading an option. Yeah, right, Ken, you're terrified. Everyone's terrified about shorting. Listen, whatever goes up, comes down twice as fast. Always remember that. All right. So T-Labs got a little bit of a nice push. It did pretty decent yesterday, but it was an ETF. You know what I mean? So some ETFs are doing pretty decent. FNGD, another stock, had a nice push yesterday. What is it? Another ETF. Okay. So it's just weird how so many of them are out there. This stock is gapped up pretty decently. But to me, it looks like it's basically a buyout, because I could just tell by just seeing where it's going in pre-market. So I'm going to scratch that one out. What else we got? BMRA. This one, I don't know. I thought it was pretty decent. In pre-market, it ran pretty good around 8:25 in the morning. Ran from 460 to 520. Now it's like kind of holding here. I mean, I'm looking over here on the level 4. I mean, not really seeing anything spectacular. I'll bring it over here so you guys could see it. I mean, I got a couple of buyers here at 450. Not really that great. You know what I mean? I'm not nothing to cry home about. CCR, I mean, it's up 14%. I mean, it's flat right here. I don't even, I can't even bring it up on the level 4 because I really can't even. I checked it out before and I didn't even see anything moving. You guys all remember PTIX, right? Yeah, PTIX. That was another one. That was a good one yesterday too. I had to meet that one. Obviously, was one of our good winners right here at 9:30. This thing came from nowhere. The thing ran literally within like 15 minutes. Ran from like 235 all the way to 480. Stock was halted. This was a pretty good one. She's moving okay now, but she's got some resistance levels right around $4. That's about it. I mean, that's really what you got there. I checked over here on level 4. Um, you got some sellers that are poking their nose right here at 10,000, 10,000, 398, and $4. So we can see got a couple of bidders bidding up, but nothing really, like I said, nothing crazy. Oh, Roblox is up. Another IPO that went public that took a big hit. I was a fan of that stock too, and sure enough, you could see where it's at. Telling you, get really, really nervous. Uber, another one. Look at this. They've really taken big hits right here. 61 broke through a major support levels. When this stock broke around 53, look at that thing just dropped out 10 points. This thing could probably test 41. Probably that's where we're going to probably go. What's the high here? 37s. You have to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. All right. Short losses and Infinity stock price gain to the moon. Well, you know what? I mean, you're hearing these mixed messages regarding about what's going on in the street. The street. They're also talking about airlines are doing like great. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants to travel, but sure enough, you could see that Delta also took a big hit, and the reason why they said that the pipeline. Okay, the oil pipeline that fuels the jet fuels do go to these airlines. There could be a shortage for these airlines. I mean, that would be, I don't know how that would affect the airline industry, but you could see a lot of stocks took big hits yesterday. All right, so listen, not a great list, not a big deal. We always find something like PTIC that shows up, but I would be really, really cautious right now. Be really, really careful of the market. I mean, we're down pretty big right now. We're down 330 points. Listen, I'm going to look to go short. I'm going to look to go short. And you know what? We could do that. And if you're not able to go short and you're a student here or a trader at CyberTrade University, or maybe watching us on YouTube, you got to check with your online your direct access brokerage firm and see why not. Now, if you're trading an IRA, obviously you can't do that. But I may want to be in cash, in certain stocks. Listen, you need to see a consistency. When you get 2 to 3 days of consistent downtrends, that's not a good sign. That is a sign of, we're going a lot lower. It's a trickle-down effect. When it's time to go long, when you get 2 to 3 days going up, that's when you're on an uptrend. Once again, that's more of a swing trade, more of an investment. But as a day trade, we keep focus on that all the time. All right, guys, so listen, Josh is not going to be here today. He's not feeling too well. Rich is going to be working with me side by side here in the Cyber Group room. So you got us two this morning. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, you want to come and join us, just like us, friend us. Maybe you want to do a $9 trial, join our trading room. You're more than welcome to. Let's show you how to trade today's markets in the live market hours in our Cyber Group room, the original one that we started 25 years ago. Guys, be safe. And also, Traders Talk, because Josh is out, we're not going to have it today, obviously. So we'll see you in the trading room in the meantime, all right? Try to be careful. Don't get too cocky. Don't try to find these bottoms on certain stocks because it only might make things worse. Look to short. I mean, as I see right now, I'm going to look to short, but we'll see how when we get out in the market and see how it opens up at 9:30. All right, guys. Good luck. Happy trading and be safe. We'll see you back at 2:30.